Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
Shane.
Joy.
We are back with House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 3. Now, do you remember what happened last time on House of the Dragon?
Yeah, my editor spoke to me about how sad it was to have the little boy paraded through the streets for a kind of a political cause. And it was very sad. But, we, especially me and you, I think, we got emotional at the brother. Like you, especially when the brothers killed each other. You got more emotional during that scene. And I guess other people who watched this, which I don't really watch any other reactions, they got emotional this scene where he was going through the streets. But, yeah, the brothers, like... to me, like I love those characters. I was hoping it was going to be like the Clegane Bowl and they were going to go to the end. But they had a great death. It was a great story.
Yeah, but they weren't the Cleganes either, though.
I know, but I liked both of them probably more. Like in terms of...
I liked Sandor. He's probably my favorite character. This entire...
Yeah, Sandor's... I think he... Yeah.
Just what this thing is. House and Game of Thrones.
Westeros storylines.
Yeah, all that shit. The George R. R. Martin shit. I think Sandor's still my favorite character.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's absolutely cool. And I love when he teamed up with Arya.
Well, he becomes more of a someone you can sympathize with as opposed to just an asshole.
Yeah.
That's just a lackey for the, Joffrey.
Yeah, the idea of Otto is kind of put out.
Yeah. Even though he's the one exercising, like, we need to show some restraint here.
Yeah.
And everyone else is kind of, they're all younger too, and youth wants to prove itself.
Yeah.
And distinguish itself in history, whereas Otto's like, man, this is a lot better before. The things are going to shit.
I'm so used to, like, unnecessary killings, so I was, like, nervous for Otto that, like, his grandson was gonna just kill him,
I think that's coming. I don't know if his grandson's gonna kill him, but I don't think Otto's gonna survive all of this.
No, I don't either.
Because obviously that douchebag, the clubfoot guy,
yeah,
he's counseling Aegon against Otto.
Yeah.
So eventually Otto is going to be pushed out.
Yep.
Now, when and how that will be, I don't know. But I don't think Otto's going to survive the series.
I wonder to what extent he'll...
It's a damn shame. He's a Rhys Ifans fan.
I know.
I wonder to what extent he'll even... Because he's not technically advising the king anymore in an official capacity. I wonder to what extent he'll even be within the circle now.
I don't know. He might still be advising the queen.
Yeah.
Obviously, as her father.
Yeah.
Giving her, advice. But he's probably not going to be...
Yeah, I wonder... Like, Kristen, there was a scene... earlier in the episode where Aegon was just upset and he was like trying to run out, and then Kristen like pushed him back, like, listen to your grandfather, listen to everybody.
Yeah.
Like when that happened, I wonder what Kristen was thinking. Like, well, I don't want to be hand of the king. I don't think I could do it. I did my thing. It doesn't mean I should be hand of the king just because I sent Eric to fight Eric or Eric to kill Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So I just wonder how he even feels about that responsibility, because he's always. Honor has always been important to him, but
I think it's it's like a muddy version of it, because obviously it's honor that only applies to how he's perceived and not what he does.
Yeah, because, he's depreciated in terms of.
He's always taken advantage of it.
I mean, he obviously was with the queen and both queens. You know what I mean?
So I'm saying he's taking advantage of his place. It wasn't about honor. It was about his position, his stature in society, and how things look.
Well, I saw, and I think in the first season, the first few episodes, the first half, like, I saw a good person with honor slowly turn bad. Like, I didn't see him as always like that. I don't
know. If you stop and you start fucking the queen or the princess, and then...
Yeah, but that didn't happen until, like, halfway through the first season.
Was it halfway?
Yeah.
I thought it was, like, in the beginning of the season.
No, it was...
Not the very beginning, but it was, like, thereabouts. It wasn't, like, halfway in he started fucking her.
Yeah, it was, it was when she was younger. Yeah. And he was younger.
Because she was younger early in the season.
Yeah. But
first half of the season, she was younger.
Yeah, it was the first half. They were pretty much banging. And then she pretty much says, oh, well, this will never be together. You know what I mean?
No, it seems...
And it's...
like I said, I have my preferences. In terms of what's acceptable regarding honor in this series, obviously there are few and far between that actually practice it.
Yeah, very few.
And then, like
I'm trying to think of anyone who does.
Well, like Ned.
Yeah, Ned. Yeah, is he the only one, really?
Seems to be. Because even, what's his name?
Stannis.
No, he did not. Stannis betrayed himself. He betrayed his honor.
When? When
he fucking slept with the witch lady. And
but first, though, he was honorable.
Doesn't matter. He didn't uphold it.
Yeah, but like...
Where I'm at with it is that's why I like Sandor so much. Is Sandor's like, you know what? Fuck this. Nobody else is honorable. I'm just going to go do my thing. And he still even didn't depreciate so much as a lot of the other characters did. Like, he was a murdering piece of shit. But he had, like, at the end, he followed through and came through in a meaningful way. And regarding a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a bird's eye view for everybody, so it's not like everyone's...
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I just don't like... I'm not just following the honorable characters. I mean, I like them all. I mean, Ned is probably objectively the most honorable from... Yeah, John.
Ned and John.
But you can argue, you know... I don't know if... I mean, you can argue the way he ended. Was that honorable or dishonorable, what he did?
What he killed when he killed...
Spoiler alert for the finale.
When he killed, what's her name, Daenerys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of pulled a Jamie.
Yeah, I think he had to.
Yeah.
I think
he was put in a position where he had to.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, but it's very different than, you know, fucking the queen and then keeping up appearances versus you're killing a woman because she's slaughtering the realm.
Yeah.
Very, very stark contrast.
Yeah. I was going to say, he did sleep with Inrid, or the redhead chick, the wildling.
Yeah, but
that's after they fucking hung him.
Was it after he died?
I'm pretty sure. Or it was like they were treating him like shit. I know that.
You're right. He did break his vow as far as the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know.
It's a shitty vow anyways.
It is. You know,
they're shitty people. All right. Guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. Make sure you stick around for our post talk. All right, guys, let's jump in.
Put the boundary stones back.
We didn't move them.
Why did they move themselves then? Just rolled their way over so Bracken cows can fill their bellies on Blackwood grass?
The Assize at River.
Fuck the Assize. And fuck you. This is our land.
It's Bracken land. Babe killer.
What did you say?
Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Your uncle declared for Aegon, did he? Let me tell you, Aegon Targaryen is no true king. Just as you are no true knight.
I do like the gold, though.
Right. You wouldn't dare.
It's gonna do it. Ah, shit.
Oh. Okay. Ew.
I can't believe that shit.
Oh my goodness.
War's starting to break out.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's a powerful scene.
Yeah, I mean, that's how a lot of fights start. And I imagine being a baby killer is a powerful thing to say.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this.
It's true.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place.
That is easy enough. They usurped my throne.
Or was it when the child was beheaded? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemon's eye?
Trying to be reasonable, yeah.
There may be another way. Alicent Hightower.
I just feel like it's too late to...
When last we met, Alicent said I would make a fine queen. You've seen what has happened since then.
There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin.
That's just like your opinion, man.
No war so bloody as a war between dragons.
That is true.
I do not believe she wants it.
She sent a raven. I do not care to read her message. What she did
It is not her but the men around her who seek bloodshed.
She permitted it.
As you permitted the murder of a little boy.
Yep. You take
I don't know what point he's like, fuck.
That's what I was like.
They'll be waiting.
I think that's exactly your point. Yeah, that's right. Does he actually wear the pin? I guess he really couldn't put it anywhere.
That's what his necklace is, right? Or is that like a adorn for whoever's chief of the watch? Like, I don't understand.
Tomorrow, Your Grace. You've appointed new knights to the Kingsguard, Your Grace.
To replace those we lost. The last one needlessly, some might say.
Sir Aric was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge. He failed to discharge it.
He failed because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, Your Grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
As now it surely will.
Yeah.
As now, it already has.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Pretender. Lord Samuel Blackwood himself is slain.
Good. First blood in our name.
Good.
Besides, took heavy losses, Your Grace. The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries. This is nothing more than an excuse
That's kind of
to
funny.
indulge their ancient grudge. It's no true war.
Call it what you will. I call it war. What are we going to do about it?
Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here, men I know, men I've trained.
You need time to raise the numbers to challenge the Rivermen.
Speed is my ally. I will turn the Crown land houses who declared for Rhaenyra to our cause. We will add their numbers to our own and then turn west, where I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal. What say you, my king?
And you'll take Aemond and Vhagar?
Vhagar will remain here to defend the city.
Good.
To war, then. I'll come too, with Sunfire.
Aegon.
Your Grace.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. It's a brave thought, but we cannot risk your life.
Cannot risk your life. I really like that character. He's cool.
As any of them.
I admire him for wanting to go out, but it strategically doesn't make sense.
Which is funny that he's a boy king.
He's a boy king, yeah.
And not in the sense that he's young, but in the sense that he acts like a child.
Yeah.
You know, he still has like baby fat in his face.
Yeah, that's what I tell people about me.
What is the life of a queen worth these days?
You wish to be rewarded.
As I would think, you would wish to reward me.
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
I could have that.
You said your earnest desire was to flee Westeros.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I'm not often surprised.
I wonder what her voice sounds like in real life. I bet it's nothing like that.
I know the workings of the Red Keep, and the movements of those who serve there. That is worth more than gold to you now.
And what is my worth to you?
I would punish the High Towers for what they have done. To me. To those who served me. But more than that, I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful.
I hope you do not confuse mercy with pliancy.
What's pliancy?
Are they always
She's pliant. She could be manipulated.
My late Lord husband's dragon.
Rhaena.
Your Grace. I've decided to send Joffrey to Ward with my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn.
She has pledged an army in return for a dragon, so she will have one. Aegon and Viserys will accompany him until a place of greater safety can be found.
Tyraxes is but a hatchling, and Stormcloud...
I want you to go with them. You must take the little ones further. To Pentos, I think.
When my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros. It breaks my heart to send my boys away, not knowing when I will see them again. But you have seen what may befall them here. I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them. Guard them as a dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister?
I need Baela here.
Because she has a dragon?
I cannot promise to make you happy. But I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us.
Your Grace.
I obey it under protest.
Yeah. I mean, Rhaenyra could just make it in order, but she's not...
She's appealing to him.
Yeah, she's trying to not be shitty, you know?
This is Daemon.
Daemon. He's got to make up for his shit.
Oh, Daemon. Oh.
Yeah, the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The big fuck up.
It's not been the first time he's fucked up either. He's bold, but he needs...
He needs someone like Rhaenyra to rein
a
him.
short leash.
Yeah, he needs like Rhaenyra to rein him in. Like,
yeah.
He
doesn't listen to her though.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think this show is like all the men except for Otto really are. They're all brash.
Oh yeah.
Like Arkham Asylum.
Ooh. Oh, hey, bats.
Well, that's a pretty cool looking helmet.
He's got a very good look to him.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
It's mine. Get out.
Apparently so.
Doesn't look like that epic of a place, though.
It's gone downhill.
Yeah.
It looked abandoned.
You kind of came here like freaking Anakin did on Mustafar.
Mm-hmm. I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name. I swear this by the old gods and the new. Supper is venison with black cabbage and peas, no red currant. Sorry about that.
They used to sit down with them now? Alright, well.
There's no resistance.
Yeah.
The place is in ruins.
You already swore. I just couldn't sit down here and eat.
I've survived many a battle. I do not mean to be felled by poison peas.
I'll admit that my cook's peas aren't exactly the stuff of legend, but poison?
Well, it's an easy way to kill a dragon rider.
If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome here.
And what of your lord? Larys Strong, he who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine.
Oh, this is the castle he burnt.
He's a scourge upon this castle and its family. Do you not think it strange that his father, my nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire?
I like
and
Lionel.
his son too. Here, in this damp place, even in summer we struggle to light the hearths. So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
I'd only assumed that as consort...
Then we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption.
Indeed.
So it's official to everybody. It's official then.
What then brings you to our corner of the Riverlands?
Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. Or perhaps that has escaped your attention.
Well, it is also, not to be argumentative, in something of a state of disrepair, since your forebear incinerated much of it with his dragon.
Well, that is precisely why we must bring it into a state of repair.
Even if we possess the coin, my prince, your grace, to what possible end?
There are 40,000 swords in the Riverlands, the largest undeclared host in the realm. Only Harrenhal is of a size enough to garrison them.
You should know that a substantial number of those swords have now declared and are presently at war. Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
Oh, well. The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin begets sin.
Summon your Lord Paramount so that I may treat with him myself and turn them to our cause.
That would be Lord Grover Tully, but he grows frail. It's said that he can no longer speak, nor seal his bowels. Begging your pardon for the impression. His grip on his bannerman is weak. They feel they can do as they please.
I will speak with him nonetheless. People should obey their liege lord, whatever his condition. Perhaps the presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts.
If you are successful, well, when you are successful, what then?
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
It's a big chair, made of swords.
I like that conversation a lot. The other guy's not trying to be an asshole.
Yeah,
he's
just like a shitty place.
That sucks here, man. What do you want?
For some reason.
Take it. I'll pay you to take it.
Cut his hair for the battle.
He did.
Yeah, he's got kind of a Caesar haircut going on.
Hi.
So, Wayne, welcome to King's Landing.
How exhilarating to arrive at court after 3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father unseated as Hand of the King. And by a man from such modest beginnings. What a giddying ascent the gods have bestowed on you.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
We have a full complement, Your Grace.
Then you shall have a fuller one.
He's not the one that unseated the hand, though.
No, he's not.
May the seven guide you.
Position,
Good
even
night.
though I don't like him.
And lead you not into shadow and death.
I thank Your Grace for her prayers. And request that she grant her favour. That her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings in his heart.
Oh.
Your Grace.
That's a pretty cool looking helmet. I mean, just...
Well, he's a cool looking character. He was cast well.
Yeah.
No men, no horses, no ships, no dragons.
Good. Then we must seize the hour and act. How fares Prince Daemon with our army?
There has been no word from Prince Daemon, Your Grace.
Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons. Send them all out. Start turning green strongholds to our cause. And burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. Fear of it is in itself a weapon. The Greens will make the
Fear
same
of this dragon.
He's pulling the reins.
Yeah.
Now his
The
asshole.
value of a sword is not within its scabbard.
We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone. The Greens understand that.
Perhaps it is time for you to think about secreting yourself somewhere safe while we remain here as a source of distraction for the enemy.
So they can wage the war they want to wage.
To conduct the war in my absence.
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason.
No, I would say treason.
Yeah, it is.
This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Conciliator, a prudent ruler, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
Well, those men are afraid of the circumstances.
Yeah.
They want to chomp it at the bit.
I bade farewell to Rhaena before I returned.
I wish her well. I would fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but prattling babes.
One of those babes is your heir.
I love those two.
It would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods if Rhaena were named heir to Driftmark.
Rhaena, Lord of the Tides. The girl knows nothing of ships, nor even of dragons.
There is Rhaena or there is Joffrey.
Then we must hope to See our way forward.
We are at war, Corlys. If something were to befall you...
Then it is well that I am a good sailor.
Good sailor.
Stormcloud and Tyraxes are small, but they will grow.
How many do they have?
I feel like we need to have Rhaenys and, like, adults go. It hasn't worked out so far when they've sent kids.
No.
Tyraxes and Stormcloud are young and vulnerable. These eggs are even more fragile.
It's like they're making an oven.
I know.
You will bear our hope for the future.
Your Grace.
Forward thinking. The long view.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think all our characters are going to die, and it's going to start following her, so, you know.
We'll see. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, at least not this season.
Yeah.
I feel sad about Jaehaerys, but I ought not to, I think. People die all the time. That horrid procession where the small folk all stared at me. I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies.
Kind of in touch.
Yeah.
You have as much claim to grief as anyone.
And you?
I love Jaehaerys, but my concern has been more for you and what you have endured. Helene,
I forgive you.
What?
I said that I forgive you.
Oh, yeah, Kristen, I think.
She ran on him.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a hell of a thing.
Worth more than a castle. A sight to stir the
Look at that asshole.
Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just get on with it.
What exquisite armor?
I was given the Conqueror's name and his crown, so I shall wear his armor to war. I fly to meet Sir Kristen.
Doesn't have the cool shoulder pads, though.
No. One such is that your grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them. Another is that his grace was outwitted by his counsellors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Kristen, so the Queen Alicent may reign in his absence. With Prince Aemond at her side, tales take on a life of their own, like weeds, unless they are tended.
Tend to them, then.
Alrighty then.
Without any details, like you don't know who the fuck you're killing.
The subject of payment of money.
My father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
You honor me, your grace.
See, I wonder if he would have the same pull if everyone knew he was a master of whisperers, though. You know what I mean?
Shall we escort you to the dragon pit, your grace?
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
Yeah, it does seem wise on reflection.
Come out with us, my king. Sir Martin has a new squire that wants bedding in.
You're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, your grace. Yes, your grace.
It's kind of neat that he's taking it seriously, because he's never taken himself seriously.
Yeah, my darling. One for the flagon, one for yourself. There's a good girl. Eh? There's a good girl.
Dornish, are you?
Yes, I am.
The part of Westeros my house never settled.
Who was your grandsire?
They call him the Conciliator.
King Jaehaerys.
I'm the son of Balon the Brave.
Bastard brother to Prince Daemon.
And the late King Viserys.
You do not look very much like King Viserys. Or Prince Daemon.
How do you know what they look like?
He speaks truth right enough. Look, you can tell by his hair.
Yeah, because I'm their half-brother, you fuckwits.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair. My nephew, Prince Jaehaerys Velaryon.
All hail the king!
All hail the king!
Drinks for all, at the pleasure of the crown!
That's how you get people to like you.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I came here as a lad?
Obviously, appearances are meant to be kept up in the castle.
Yeah, that they're thriving.
Here they are.
They're thriving, having a good time.
All right.
Can't believe they're showing that.
Sucking a dick.
Okay.
Her name is Sylvie or Chelsea or something like that.
Well, myself.
Aemon the Fierce, you have come so far, and yet you still lie with your very first.
If I were those guys, I would have just closed the curtain.
Yeah.
Hard luck for your squire, though. As you can see, she's now very much occupied.
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
That sucked. That was embarrassing.
Yep.
It was, but he handled it like a man.
Yeah, he did.
He sure did.
Hightower, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what she sent with the Raven. She said she had that message from the Raven. She never read it.
Okay.
Sir Gawain, our company is camped back yonder.
On the cold, hard ground. Which is why we make for the Bull, a tavern with an excellent reputation on the Rosby Road, not 2 miles away, if memory serves.
We march to make the first strike in the name of His Grace.
If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light. Or if their wine is good, perhaps a little after first light.
We're exposed.
What?
Cole?
Get to the trees!
Good lord. That sounds like a horrible thing in that day to have to worry about dragons.
Everyone's gonna fuck the other one over.
That thing was booking it. She didn't even know who they were. She just wants to get these guys.
She's patrolling those lands.
That's what I'm thinking.
Horses be exhausted all the fuck.
Yeah.
It's a hard run.
I think the dragon would be able to sense them.
I don't know. I've never heard an exposition on their senses.
Yeah.
Aemon, you're dead.
They know we're abroad, they'll be hunting. And we must move under the trees and by cover of dark starting tonight.
And no fucking inns.
Yeah.
Could you be certain it was Cole from such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
Your Grace, we commend the Lady Baylor. The time for action is surely now.
Your Grace, I must agree.
They'll be making for Harrenhal.
'Tis Prince Daemon who ought to worry.
Prince Daemon has Caraxes.
This is why you must act.
I tell that guy to shut the fuck up.
I have heard your arguments. And will consider them.
I can imagine the amount of pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Being a queen.
All these assholes. Because
Yeah.
they think they're going to run the show because she's a woman.
Right.
I just couldn't just sleep at this place. I had to take it over. I'll go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, camp out by your dragon.
It's funny the locks on your door are literally just a couple swords. You just stuck in there at that time.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's like a siren's call.
We always had the wandering eye.
Now, Harrenhal, I believe, in terms of this lore, what little lore I know about it,
Always coming and going, aren't you?
was rumored to be haunted.
Oh. Oh. Maybe she's a ghost then.
And I have to clean up afterwards.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's just not good.
That's disturbing.
I'm glad they got the actress back.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Okay, so it's haunted.
Yeah.
Nice outside. By the elder tree, or whatever those fucking things are called.
Mm.
I almost called it the Great Deku. I literally went the Great Deku Tree, dumbass. Like,
You will die in this place.
She was in the court when
Yeah,
he
she
first
was.
came there.
Yeah. Okay, Morticia.
just get my dragon and go.
Yeah, he's an asshole, so if he dies there, then whatever.
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage or kill her outright?
I would speak with her myself.
Killing her would be
Dooku and
easier.
Yoda, Dark Rendezvous.
Yeah.
He's getting into that, I guarantee it.
I have reason to believe she may be of the same opinion.
He's right.
She sent a raven. She has expressed her remorse. I must see her. Face to face.
She is the Queen Dowager. She goes nowhere without many eyes watching her. There is one place Alicent goes, outside the castle walls, where you may yet find her alone.
It's a dangerous game.
It's dangerous. I like it though.
I like it too.
It is one thing to think, like, dude, back then, like, there's people who just didn't know what the fucking queen looked like, too. You know.
You're right.
It's weird to think about.
But she might still be like just captured and raped and killed.
Yeah.
Move them all through.
I would just make sure I was more of a commoner.
Yeah, she looks like a nun.
Yeah. So obviously no one agreed to this. She's going in secret, and hopefully...
Well, she didn't tell anybody.
For the better of the circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, a brave woman. She truly doesn't want war, so... Neither does Alicent.
No. What? I must speak with you. If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. But not before I killed you. And then what? Oh, I've begun badly. We watched the tourney together, you and I, the day my brother was born. We knew, even then, that men trained up for battle are eager to fight, to seek blood and glory. I know you do not have that desire within you. My father loved me, Alicent, and I believe he loved you, too. Did you betray him at the very last? When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so keen?
He changed his mind, Rhaenyra. He changed his mind. I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother. I have been at times unkind, but never untrue. I pronounced before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name?
He was weary. It was hard at times to understand, but he spoke Aegon's name.
There's so many fucking Aegons in the lineage.
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What?
I desire peace as you do, but if it's ever
Did my father use those words? The prince that was promised? Did he?
Yes, he did.
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire?
She knows now.
He once told. About Aegon the Conqueror.
Not her son. Nope.
The Conqueror.
Well, okay then.
Or if Alicent's gonna realize she fucked up.
You must go before you are discovered.
There's been a mistake.
There's been no mistake.
Please.
What are you gonna do now, though, Alicent?
Terrible war is looming, and even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind you.
There's been no mistake.
Oh.
So now she's just doubling down on it.
Yeah.
God is on the march, Aemon.
She probably can't help the circumstances. She
Yeah.
has to let it go.
You know what Aemon is?
I mean, yeah, they both probably couldn't renounce it. You know what I mean?
It's too late, Rhaenyra.
Alicent.
Count your blessings and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, so what'd you think?
I mean, I've loved all 3 episodes. This was also very good. It didn't have that terribly sad, terrible thing, which I don't need that all the time because it just literally kills me.
Yeah.
Well, Daemon had that dream, right? The vision at Harrenhal about the child that he had murdered.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was he obviously
young Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think obviously, I mean, it's like staring into the abyss. I'm sure. I mean, he didn't want to kill that child. I mean, I'm sure he regrets it, but I didn't think it would haunt someone like him. But it appears, yeah, even people like him. You kill a child, especially by accident.
Well, it's a good angle on the character, a good facet to have, because instead of him just running around being a pompous asshole,
he's killing kids.
I should have been king, and I should have what I want.
Yeah.
And then he killed the kid, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
And he's like,
"Well,
I didn't mean to do that."
I'm taking Harrenhal.
Yeah.
It appears you have.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. Okay.
It's a shitty place.
That was great.
That was funny.
I agree. I like that conversation
Gave
too.
it to him.
Was it great? Because a lot of people be like, oh, "Where's the action? You know, where are the tits?"
Yeah.
But to me, every once in a while, conversations are nice like that, because the other guy's like, "Hey, man, yeah, there's nothing to have here.
Yeah.
You can have it. It's yours.
Yeah.
We don't like that other guy.
Yeah.
Have some peas.
Yeah.
Not poisoned.
They're not
I think it's funny they pushed him away.
Yeah.
Poison peas.
So,
What do you think?
No, I thought it was a great episode. And the part of the episode where Aegon the King gets drunk and then goes out with his guys or whatever to like, you know, what do they call it then? The tavern?
The brothel.
The brothel.
Brothel.
Yeah.
You know, and then sees his brother, and of course that would have been really embarrassing, but Aegon just stood up, saw his stuff, he walked out.
Guys, you know what? You can have her.
Yep.
One horse is as good as another.
Yeah.
And he walks out. That was pretty good conduct on his part.
Yeah.
Because in terms of the court and how he behaves there, he, at least at home, he does pretty well.
Yeah.
How he acted at Dragonstone, he acted like an ass and ended up getting Lucerys killed.
Yeah.
But because maybe he was decided to do so because that was the kid that took his eye.
Yeah.
And shit like that. He had, fond memories of that.
Yeah.
But either way, he shows both sides.
Yeah.
He shows a lot of restraint.
He does. I like his character.
But I feel like that's building up to him not showing so much restraint.
If something's going to happen, he's going to explode.
Oh, for sure. He's going to explode.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a moment where he finally has had enough.
Yes.
And whether that's between him and Aegon.
I think he's going to kill his brother.
That's a good possibility. I think that'll
Wouldn't
be
that
belong to that side. Because I feel like that side would be on the winning side of things for it once, and all of a sudden he kills his brother, and it just completely fucks it up.
Yeah.
And that's how I see that going.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good theory.
No, I just do. I can feel it. I just feel it like
Well, it's
bubbling up
boiling.
inside.
Yeah, because his
It's
brother's
boiling.
he's an asshat.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not an asshole like Daemon.
Yeah.
Because Daemon can, handle himself.
Yeah.
But he's just a dick.
Yeah.
And Aegon is just a fuck up.
He can't handle himself.
Yeah, he can't handle himself that well, and he doesn't conduct himself well. He just goes out and whores around.
Yeah.
And teases his brother, whose brother is showing a lot of restraint.
Your brother could whoop the shit out of him.
Yeah. His brother's like, you know
How
what?
many years do you guys know that are between them? 2 or no?
Not too many. Because when they were children, they all look young.
I'd say they're comparable, those two.
Yeah.
So, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Rhaenys in this episode, the show. The show is showing her wisdom and her ability to.
Well, she's playing the role of kind of Otto.
Yeah.
On that side, which is
counsel.
Like, hey, we should probably
able to
think
counsel.
about.
Able to counsel Rhaenyra and.
Yeah, let's rein this in.
Yep.
Yeah, and someone like her who had the crown passed over her, and for her to keep serving the realm in the way she does with integrity and strength, it's very
Well, she has something going for her because she had a chance to end all of this in the beginning. She was right there with the dragon. She could have killed the king, Otto,
when she stormed
Alicent,
in there. Yep.
and she broke out of the prison.
Yes.
And that was through the floor of the coronation room.
Yep.
And she could have killed everybody that mattered.
Yep.
Yeah.
And literally the war would have been over, and Rhaenyra could have marched in and been done. But she didn't do it.
Yeah.
So, maybe she understands that if she had done that, all the houses that proclaimed for Aegon would have been up in arms, and it would not have helped anything.
Yeah.
So you're kind of kicking the can down the road, looking for a better solution.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning of this episode, we had houses Bracken and Blackwood.
Yeah.
Killing one another.
They've always just hated each other.
Yeah. Who knows? Lost to time.
Yeah.
Sin begets sin begets sin.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a great line. I think it reflects well
I
on
saw you
this
wrote
world.
that down. Like right when it happened, you went.
I actually didn't write that one down. I wrote some other stuff down. But I kept it in here, though, because I think it's very reflective on this world that we live in.
Yeah.
We have a lot of old hate
Yeah.
in this world.
So they brought in a new character, Alicent's brother, Sir Gawain.
Gawain.
Gawain. So
Sounds
they,
like Gawain.
Like Gawain's World.
Gawain. And, he was talking to Sir Kristen Cole.
Yeah.
And then they went out and rode together. And
Yeah.
then the dragon came and...
Well, you can tell that Gawain has a problem with Cole.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a problem with him
Because
taking his dad's position.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think you can pick up on the fact that Allison and Cole or something.
Yeah.
They showed that in
Oh,
the
yeah.
courtyard.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
He's like, I'm on to you. Like, look at
I
the
get how he
his
feels,
eyes.
but he definitely. I'm not sure how. I mean, he's highborn, but I'm not sure how often he's been in any kind of scuffle. You know what I mean? He was kind of panicked there. Actually, I kind of liked the character, but he's like, "I owe you my life, sir."
Well, he's just being an asshole at first.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
being-
pushing the boundaries. Like we're going to an end.
Yeah.
Cole's like, no. Like, they're kind of holding him off. They go, fuck, there's a dragon. They get out to the wood line, and Cole's like, yeah, no.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
So Cole was a little better in this episode.
Oh yeah, I like the character. I just disagree with a lot of his choices, but that's why he's a great character. You know what I mean? Just a lot of the characters in here are so good because they go back and forth.
Well,
for
the
me.
thing is, sometimes they go back and forth. Sometimes they go one way. They start out one way and go another.
Yeah.
And not many of them are constant, though.
Not very many are, but I think that's
Ned was a constant. We were talking about that in the previous.
Ned was a constant, yeah.
Ned was a constant. John went back and forth, but not by much.
Not by much.
He didn't do a lot of like dirty shit, but he succumbed to a man's natural desires and shit like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, for instance, I brought the Hound. The Hound went from the shitty end of the spectrum to the good end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like he developed in a good way.
Yeah,
kind of like Vegeta. You know what I mean? He went in a good way in terms of character development.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other characters, it was hit and miss. Jamie Lannister.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't really go back and forth too much in the bad way. He started out absolute shitty.
Yeah, and then he kind of went good, and then at the end, he just kind of defaulted to who I guess he was, you know?
Yeah, I didn't like that ending for him either.
I didn't
But I feel as though he didn't necessarily do anything bad in the end as much as he just went back.
He just went back home.
Yeah, he went back home and died. We had Lord Corlys, who is Rhaenys' husband.
Yeah.
Who is Lord of
Snake.
the Sea Snake.
Yeah.
He's down there rebuilding ships.
I like that character a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of taking a little more humble approach to his future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of let go of what happened to their son.
Yeah.
And how that went down. And
yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't come up yet in a way. That's me, you know, but
well, they brought it up was in the last episode or the episode before. It was the last episode, right? When Daemon was trying to command Rhaenys to go and attack somewhere. When they were in the dragon pit.
Yeah.
And she brought up her son.
Yeah.
And Daemon's kind of like...
Well, she brought up that... I mean, because he also brought up that you could have ended the war quickly. And that's when she just kind of ignored him. I can't remember what she...
Yeah, he brought that up, but at the same time, she's put him in his place because of what happened with her son.
Yeah.
So we know that he lived.
Yeah.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I forgot.
You can defend Daemon all you want, but I think he's an asshole.
Yeah, I can't... Well, he's definitely an asshole. I mean, if he was an asshole, I don't know what he would be in the show. You know what I mean?
Well, if he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
Matter.
Also, Master of Whispers, Lord Larys, has finally got what he wanted.
Yep.
He's been worming his way up.
Like a worm.
Yeah, he's just given like the right amount of advice to shift, you know, for these little shifts to occur for him to get a little more power. Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's to me, like, he's definitely a character we need in the show, but to me, like, there's a lot of characters, like, I don't like King Aegon, but I just like to watch him. I like how he goes back and forth.
The thing about Aegon, though, is he's not like Larys. He's not a snake.
Yeah, like Larys, he's definitely, to me, the least likable character in the show.
The what Whisperer? He's called what?
The Master of Whisperers.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of, like, the CIA unit, like the spy
He's
unit.
what, bald eunuch guy was in Game of Thrones.
Varys and Larys.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
I love Varys.
Varys was good.
He was a funny son of a bitch.
Yeah, he was.
Like him and
Tyrion.
Their conversations they'd have. And honestly, Lord Baelish conversations with him too. They were really good.
Baelish was a cheesy fucking rat.
Yeah, he's a son of a bitch.
The Stranger, they brought the Stranger, which evidently in the Sept and the Seven or whatever the hell, there's the one that's kind of like death.
Yeah. Well, I did like that line as well. Visits, yeah. And the idea of the Queen as well. Like you mentioned her having perspective, kind of. You know, people deal with grief in different ways. She's terribly sad, but she's, I think, the perspective of, like, I'm sure that in our situation we have it better off than people who are lowborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, her and Aegon, though, are both seem like they're a little more in touch.
Yeah.
Because Aegon goes to these bars.
Yeah.
He consorts with lowborn people all the time. He just goes out there and drinks and has a good time. And I know that's not reflective of what a king ought to be.
Yeah.
Or where his mindset should be. But it tells you, though, they're a little more in touch. Like when he's at court.
Yeah.
And he's like, Otto's like, hey, we got to tax these people, which is how it is. And he's like, no, I want to hear their cases.
Yeah.
And so, wrong or right, he's more in touch.
No, I agree.
And so is she. I don't know her name, but she's a little more in touch. And I thought that was interesting. They also brought up King Jaehaerys, the Conciliator, a few times in this episode.
Yeah.
Rhaenys reminded their court, or their war council,
that you wear
or what
the
have
crown
you.
of.
I'll remind you that she wears that crown. And also, it was on the other side that was brought up too.
Yeah.
It was brought up more than once in this episode.
Yeah, the idea that the tribute that they pay that guy. You know what I mean? For helping lay the foundation. So
he ruled longer than Aegon the Conqueror.
Yeah.
So, he's somebody that it's kind of like Kenobi, the negotiator. Like, there's ways around things instead of just, blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
So.
And I really do like the ending conversation they had. I mean, we did talk about in the reaction. I'm not sure how much is going to be kept in. But they're both kind of between a rock and a hard place. Like, the men of the whole kingdom want war. They want revenge. Now, they both
They want death and glory.
Yeah, I mean, Rhaenyra lost a child. She lost a Alicent lost a grandchild. They still, I feel like, want core heads to prevail, but Alicent knows now that it's too late. And she's even kind of not even acknowledging the fact. I mean, she had like an acknowledgement on her face, but she didn't acknowledge with words to Rhaenyra, oh, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
It was more like, it's too late.
Like, oh, fuck. She had that oh, fuck look on her face, and then she's like, no, we can't do anything about it now. People are in the field.
Yeah.
It's done.
And there were a couple bits of comedy, honestly. Like, there's the idea that, when Daemon was talking about the Iron Throne, he's like, the one with all the swords.
Yeah.
And when she was talking, like, and then what? I become badly. You know what I mean? When Rhaenyra
started badly. That's what she said, yeah. I become badly. You're right.
I become badly, yeah. No, just a little couple things that are funny to bring a little humanity to the show also.
I like the scene with Alicent and her daughter-in-law. Right, when Alicent walks in, or whoever's, I don't know.
Alicent is the Queen Dowager.
Yeah.
She's the redhead.
Yeah, and then her daughter-in-law, do we know her name?
I don't know her name.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I don't fucking know her name.
Her daughter-in-law? Wait.
The blonde. The one who
There was a
lost-
mother of the son that got his head cut off.
That's just her daughter, because they're incest.
That's, oh.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like
didn't
brother
know
and
that.
sister.
I didn't know
Okay,
that.
well, either way, I don't know her name.
I don't know her name either.
Anyway, so I found that scene pretty, well, I mean, because basically her daughter was just trying to say, even the lowborn, their babies die. Why should I feel any way or something? Like basically just trying to dismiss her feelings of grief, and mourning and loss.
And Alicent was saying.
Yeah, and Alicent was like, you have every right to. You're a mother. Mothers go through loss, and it's okay to grieve. And then she said, "I forgive you," and then.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, the idea that her fucking daughter knows.
Yep.
Her son is dead possibly because of Alicent and obviously Cole being neglectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
But she forgave her, so I think that was pretty huge.
I mean, that's really huge on her. Do you think it's going to come back ever in any kind of way?
I mean, I think a lot of this shit, the skein is being tied. We're getting this interwoven story, like what we had going on between Aegon and Aemon.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's going to come to a head in ways like, what Daemon has done.
Yep.
And the witch, presumably a witch, but, whatever she's got going on, she's like, hey, you're going to die here.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of that is just kind of forbearance. And we're going to see all that come to a head. Like, we're not going to have just a final battle with, Daemon going out there against Aemon and, beating the shit out of each other. I feel like there will be consequences.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There will be blood.
I think they're definitely coming. Well, Otto wasn't in this episode at all.
No, he's out of the court.
Yeah. It's weird because it happened season 1 too. Season 1, he left for a bit too.
So I wonder if that's going to come. They're going to come back to that. Like she's going to visit her her family's estate.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
And visit him.
Place, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And where that'll go. I don't know. I mean, I hate to see him just show up in one episode and he's dead.
I know.
No,
like, they got him. Like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't want that. And even
he's got a little more prowess in this show.
Yeah, I like to think he's got. He's a smart guy. I think hopefully he'll get back in, and he knows that they will regret it. And when they regret it, hopefully they'll bring it back in. Hopefully,
I think they will.
He won't be too pissed to say no.
They introduced his son. I feel like there's going to be some.
Well, we know the Targaryens are going to win it out.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
But I feel as though it's going to be, Rhaenyra's tribe of the Targaryens.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. I hope it's them.
I don't know. I mean,
they don't have an auto, but
yeah, but I know they didn't go for the reward in terms of the end of Game of Thrones. They really fucked that ending up, though. And I wonder, though, if there's going to be a reward at the end of the series for the viewers.
Yeah.
If they're gearing towards that, it's not going to be the High Towers. Because everyone knows they're pretenders to the throne, even if they don't know it.
Yeah.
So, I have to wonder if that eventually is what is going to lead to the Mad King.
Yeah.
Or if Rhaenyra is going to win out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, it's difficult to say at this point, because either way, they could be Targaryens, and you can just say later on, well, they actually weren't Targaryens. But I feel like the better story would be that Rhaenyra would win.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of the long game, too, I feel as though it's just a better story.
I mean, even like the High Towers, they're still Targaryens. Like the name that gets passed on. I mean, it's I either would win or wouldn't break consistency.
Well, I know, but as the audience knowing, I feel it depreciates what you know to be the Targaryens until you get there.
Yeah.
Which they are, because they are still the king's son and daughter.
Yeah.
So the lineage is still there.
Yeah.
But you know they're pretenders to the throne regarding who is named.
Yeah, but Rhaenyra's kids in general, they're obviously half, so.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
Well, so are his.
I guess I was thinking of like when Ned was investigating the hair thing, I was thinking like, we got to have this unbroken line of white, of like white, yellow hair. But we don't technically.
No. Because when Ned was investigating it, he was investigating Baratheon's children, and his children didn't have dark hair.
Yeah.
Now, when you're looking at it here, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying that because her children weren't born with the white hair, because the father's genes passed on enough Targaryen.
Oh, the Targaryens, the ones that they overthrow, are they all just gonna have dark hair? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, anything can happen. They could just marry a blonde or whatever, you know. Guys, that's it for our discussion. Sorry about no Q&A. It's actually a good thing because we're doing this early, but hopefully we'll have them on next week. If you like us, support us. Leave a comment down below. Check us out on Patreon. We're out of here.